goodness, here we go.
I'm so proud to be here with this group of people.
For all of the filmmakers out there, you can absolutely do it.
Independently speaking of all.
For 38 years, the Independent Spirit Awards have honored the best in independent filmmaking, from Martin Scorsese's After Hours to Pulp Fiction, Memento, Sideways, and last year, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Well, this coming Sunday, the Spirit Awards are back for round 39, hosted by comedian and SNL alum Aidy Bryant. With more on this weekend's 39th Annual Spirit Awards, I'm joined by the president of Film Independent, the host of the awards, Josh Welsh. Josh,
thank you, Marla.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Always good to be in the presence of a president, especially
right.
when you're about to host the next award show. It is that time of year. This one, though, has a much different vibe than, say, you know, the Golden Globes, the more traditional, because it's literally on the beach in Santa Monica.
Right. That is right.
Tell us about the history and the vibe.
So the Film Independent Spirit Awards it's the premier award show celebrating the best of independent film and television. We produce it in a gigantic tent on the beach in Santa Monica. They're building it right now as we speak in the rain.
Oh, wow.
Atmospheric river coming through LA while we're building this whole village of tents. But we'll get through it. And we've been doing this for, as you said, 38 years.
Right. You've had a lot of practice.
Yeah. And you know, the Spirit Awards is fun. It's irreverent. We don't take award shows too seriously, but we take the work really seriously. The films and TV shows that we're celebrating, and we generally love to have comedians like Aidy Bryant hosting. You know, in the past we've had Nick Kroll, John Mulaney, Sarah Silverman, Aubrey Plaza, really fantastic comedians and actors host. And I'm so excited to see what Aidy comes up with this year.
Oh, who doesn't love Aidy Bryant? She is hysterical,
Yeah.
and here she is right over our shoulders here. Let's talk about some of the nominees this year and the movies that are being honored.
So the Spirit Award, first of all, I want to say I think 2023 was an incredible year for film in general. Like when you look at what came out this year, whether it was Oppenheimer, Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon, Past Lives, there were so many great films this year. And at the Spirit Awards, we really focus on things that were made outside the studio system. So they tend to be lower in budget. We actually have a budget cap of $30 million. So no, you won't get Oppenheimer or Barbie at the Spirit Awards, but there's an incredible rich bounty of films that we're celebrating.
There are some crossovers, though, because we're seeing Anatomy of a Fall, and we just saw American Fiction.
Yeah. There's definitely crossover. I would say this year it feels like there's less crossover than in the past.
Okay.
I mean, it varies year to year. But I think this year at the Oscars, there's really some incredible work done that just happens to be really big budgets. So we're not going to, that doesn't belong at the Spirit Awards.
Sure.
But the films that you just mentioned, Past Lives, Anatomy of a Fall, American Fiction, those are represented at both shows.
And we're seeing some other nominees here right now. Earth Mama. There was one named Curse, I believe.
Earth Mama, we have so many beautiful films this year that didn't get the recognition, frankly, that I think they deserved with what's going on with the theatrical marketplace right now. It's tougher to find some of these films. So there's these gorgeous films that you might come across on a streaming platform or if you're lucky in a theater. But yeah, absolutely, films like Earth Mama, 1001, All Dirt Road's Taste of Salt. These are gorgeous films that are out there that we're celebrating, and our community is excited about these films. But we really want to build that audience.
Kokomo City, that was the last one we just saw there. Now, you know, you mentioned the Oscars and the difference between that and Spirit Awards, but this is where a lot of careers are launched.
Absolutely.
Right? So I know we have, let's throw this up so our viewers can really take this in. You know, Spike Lee, Quentin Tarantino, Barry Jenkins, Ryan Coogler, Chloe Zhao. These are all people who started in the independent film world, and now they've gone on to have massive careers.
All those filmmakers started in the independent film world. Some of them are still in it, but some of them have moved on and are doing, you know, Marvel-type movies or just bigger budget things. Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan both came out of, they both won Spirit Awards early in their careers. Greta Gerwig, for many, many years, was playing festivals. She was at South by Southwest, other festivals. Chris Nolan started at Slam Dance. So it is really, that's where the creativity comes from, whether they stay in the independent space or move into the big studio world. It's that independent spirit, which is really what we're celebrating at the show. It's people who are like, willing to figure things out on their own. It's not filmmaking by committee. They're able to take risks, have really bold visions. And when they pull it off, sometimes, you know, the bigger companies see that and they go, we want to work with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I love that.
Yeah.
Fishing from that pond, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just came off the strikes, of course, that was big in 2023. And one of the issues was artificial intelligence.
Yes.
OpenAI has a new tool. It's called Sora, and it's video AI.
Correct.
We look at this. This is artificial intelligence. You literally typed in puppies in the snow, and this is what OpenAI came up with. Looks absolutely real. You think, though, that this could be great for independent filmmakers. Why in less than 30 seconds?
In less than 30 seconds, look, I understand a lot of filmmakers are terrified of what they're seeing, what AI can do, and there's the fear of copyright infringement, fear of losing jobs, that films are just going to be made by the robots now. I actually think that's a legitimate concern, and we need to put guardrails in place. But I also think this is an incredibly powerful new tool that we need to explore and figure out how to use it to enhance creativity and enhance filmmaking.
While keeping jobs, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, the Spirit Awards stream live this Sunday, February 25th at 2 p.m. on YouTube. This is in collaboration with IMDb. We'll be watching. Can't wait to see Adie Bryant and her monologue as well. Film independent President Josh Welsh, thanks so much for being.
Thank you, Marla.
Okay, good to see you.
Thanks.
Stay dry if you can.